We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree?
Yes.
You're knowing what you are wanting here and now. Are you enjoying the evolution of your own desire? That must mean you're keeping up with it. That must mean, if you are enjoying it, that there is not a big vibrational gap between what you desire and what you believe or what you expect. That's a nice place to be, isn't it? You want it because you know there's always something more. You don't expect to get it all and then finally be done, and finally once and for all to be happy forevermore. You know that life is going to continue to produce new desire, more. And therefore there will always be a time here and there where your new expansion and your belief or vibrational proximity to your desire has not quite closed. You haven't quite caught up with believing that you can have this or be this or do this. And so there's a bit of a gap which you can manage if you don't let it get too big. And that's really what the whole understanding of being a deliberate creator is to understand that there's always going to be a new reaching. You can't stop that. You were born for that. And that you have the ability to keep the new desire in the right perspective in your own mind. In other words, I know it's coming. It will be here in good timing, rather than where is it? Why isn't it here yet? How can I get there? What's wrong? Why isn't it coming faster? Those kinds of thoughts slow things way down, don't they? So do you know that you create your own reality? You like that when things are going well, don't you? And when things aren't going so well, somebody else is doing it, right? If those others would just behave in ways that make me feel better, my life would be way good. And so I've decided to give all of my power to them, and they squander it. They don't use it wisely. It's like they don't hear me at all. Are you not hearing my needs? I need this and this and this and this to be different, and then I'll feel good. All right, can we make a promise to me about that? Marriage vows. I promise you that I'll do whatever you need to be happy forevermore. You didn't make that promise? You're very wise, because that's not working out that well, is it? But when you realize that you are the creator of your own reality, because you are the thinker of your thoughts, therefore you are the emanator of your vibration, therefore you are the achiever of your point of attraction to which law of attraction is responding. Therefore you're in complete control as long as you have control of your own thoughts or control of your own vibration. That's where it gets dicey, isn't it? Because you are also, we love you very much, you know what's coming next. You are also keen observers of what is in terms of already manifested. So if you are observing what is and you like it, then you're offering a nice flow and you get more good stuff. But if you don't like what you're observing, then you're not offering such a nice flow, and you still get more of what you're observing. Almost everybody offers almost all of their vibrational output. Ooh, and that matters so much, because your vibrational output is what comes back to you. Almost everyone offers nearly all of their vibrational output based upon what they are observing, which would be all right if you were more selectively sifting what you're observing. But you've been trained to be very objective, to weigh the pros and the cons and pluses and the minuses, to weigh the good and the bad, to observe it all. Let's take it all and let's pigeonhole it into piles of wanted and unwanted, right and wrong, good and bad. And then you get all caught up in that sifting process. You begin to make judgments. And of course that's logical, because you know what you want. You can feel it when you're bumping up against something you don't want. Except that if you stay in that that process of sifting and sorting and evaluating, where you are looking at wanted, unwanted, wanted, unwanted, wanted, unwanted, wanted, unwanted, unwanted. This is going to take a while. Wanted, unwanted, wanted, unwanted. What happens is you keep yourself in a perpetual state of split energy, and there's no power there. When your energy is split, you are not powerful. When your energy is well defined, and when you have the ability to focus primarily on what you want, then you clarify your energy. Your energy is not split, and it's so obvious because all of the powers of the universe then are obviously working in your favor. Things just work out for you. They always are, but sometimes you're holding off the big payoff till after you're dead. It'd be nice if we were kidding about that. In other words, most of you really don't let go of your resistance until you make your transition into non-physical. But when you become aware that you are energy and that you are projecting energy and that law of attraction is responding to your vibration or energy or thought, these are all equivalent words, and that the law of attraction is always fair, it is always coming back to you in the preciseness of that which you are offering, then when you decide that you're going to be more deliberate about what you're offering, then your next question is, how do I do that? How do I hold myself steady? What's my guiding light? How do I navigate through all of this stuff that I'm observing? Because when you know what you don't want, you know what you do want, but both of those, both ends of that stick are available to you. So how do you lean more toward what you want and not spend so much time focused upon what you don't want? Well, let's talk about why you focus on what you don't want. Why do you do that? You want to explain it to somebody who doesn't understand why you're suffering so much, or you want to explain it to someone who you want to do something different, or you want to explain it to those who stand in what you've decided is judgment of where you are, and so you want to explain to them why you're standing where you are. It's not my fault. This happened and this happened and this happened. I didn't want it to happen. These things are just happening. And we want, by the end of this day, for you to find so much resonance with what you hear here that you leave behind your need to explain or justify or defend or rationalize, that you can just stand clearly where you are, embracing the beneficial contrast that is helping you to clarify what you want, because that really is all that is going on here. That's as serious as it gets. It's all here for your choosing. And we love you so much, but you are terrible choosers. You're terrible choosers. You know what you don't want, and therefore you know what you do want, but you don't usually go right to what you do want. You say, I do want this. Okay? I want this. And then you test the waters to see others feel about how you want it. And if they're disapproving, and they almost always are, because they don't get you, they don't get you. Does it bother you that no one gets you? If you would stop being bothered by that and stop trying to explain to them so that they would get you, ooh, you could get clear so fast. Do you know that trying to get others to get you is the thing that you do that messes up your energy more than all other things put together? Life gave you a desire, but when you feel like you need to explain why you want it, then you're going back to the absence of it, which introduces those vibrations into the equation, which weakens you, because you go that way and then 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 that way and that way and that way and that way and that way, that way, that way, that way, which means you don't go anywhere. And then you just feel foolish because you've been really talking